in a quiet village surrounded by golden fields, there lived a young boy named Zaid. He was gentle, calm, and thoughtful, but inside his heart, a storm had been raging for months. His father had lost his job, his mother was ill, and Zaid felt helpless. No matter how much he tried to stay strong, his chest felt heavy, as if sadness had wrapped itself around him. Every night, Zaid lay awake, staring at the ceiling of their small mud house, wondering why life had suddenly become so difficult. He wanted to help his family, but he was only a boy. Sometimes, he wished he could run far away from all the worries, somewhere no sadness could follow. One evening, when the sky turned orange and the call to Mograb echoed through the village, Zaid's grandmother noticed the sadness in his eyes. She sat beside him and gently asked, "Beta, what is worrying your heart?" Zaid lowered his head. "Dottie, everything feels heavy. I don't understand what to do." She smiled softly and placed her hand on his head. "Then don't carry it alone. Hand it to Allah." Zaid looked at her with confusion. "How?" His grandmother whispered, "Through Salah. When you stand before Allah, your heart speaks what your tongue cannot." Those words stayed in Zaid's mind. That night, he made wudu with trembling hands. The cool water felt like comfort, washing away dust, sweat, and something deeper, fear. For the first time, Zaid stood on his prayer mat with full attention. There was no rush, no distraction, no noise, just him and the one who created him. As he raised his hands and whispered Allahu Akbar, something shifted in his heart. It didn't fix all his problems, but it felt like a door had opened inside him, a door leading to peace he had never felt before. He bowed, he prostrated, he cried. Tears fell silently on his prayer mat, but they were not tears of weakness. They were tears of release, tears of being heard, tears of knowing someone far greater was listening to him. When Zaid finished his salah, an incredible calmness surrounded him, like a soft blanket wrapping his heart. For the first time in months, he took a deep breath without feeling pain in his chest. The next morning, Zaid prayed Fajr. The morning after that, he prayed again, and again, and again. Day by day, he noticed the change. He still faced the same problems, his father still struggled, his mother was still unwell, but Zaid was no longer drowning inside them. He stood stronger, more patient, and more hopeful. Whenever fear returned, he returned to his prayer mat. Whenever sadness touched his heart, he placed his forehead on the ground and whispered, "Ya Allah, you are enough for me." Slowly, things began to change. His father found small work again, his mother's health improved, and Zaid became the source of strength for his home. People in the village noticed the glow on his face, the calm in his voice, the courage in his eyes. He was still just a boy, but now, he carried peace that grown men struggled to find. One afternoon, after praying dua, Zaid sat outside under the shade of a tree. His grandmother joined him and asked softly, "How is your heart now, Zaid?" He smiled, a peaceful smile that shined through his eyes. "Dadi, namaz doesn't solve everything in a day, but it solves the storm inside me. And when the heart becomes peaceful, everything else becomes easier." She nodded. "That is the secret, Beta. Life will always test you, but Salah gives you the strength to walk through every test without breaking." Zaid looked at the sky, the clouds drifting gently like blessings. And in that moment, he knew, whenever life becomes heavy, whenever fear tries to take over, whenever sadness surrounds the heart, there is one place where peace always waits: the prayer mat. And from that day on, Zaid never missed a prayer again, because he had learned one truth: when you turn to Allah, He turns your pain into peace. And when the heart finds peace, nothing in this world can shake you.